Okay, nakakalok ang methamphetamine hydrochloride. Nakakaloka, no? Butyric acid. Uy, I love this. Butyric acid ba ito example gani na guys, no? Uy, hanap lagi. Char. Hanap ang akong heart. Chares. Mukakachikon sa 4th floor, 5th floor, 6th floor, 7th floor. So that my metabolic wastes will be released. I will never use elevator so far. I reached almost 4 years in working, but I don't love to use the elevator in going to the higher levels. I would rather walk. Okay? I challenge myself in the era of Jesus Christ, Moses, Jacob, Abraham, things like that. You know, our old prophets that they keep on walking at a very far distances without any vehicle. So if that was a time in a very ancient era, then what would be us? We are in the modern world. The more we surpass them by strength, by physical strength, right? Because we are now new generation. We are modern world. So if they do it, if they did it, then how much more we are? You get the point? So we should not rely too much with technology. Okay, you get the point? If technology fails, it can destroy our life. Am I correct saying that one? If technology fails, it will destroy our life. Yup, probably. Okay, because it will explode and so many will die because the technology was not operated very well, not in a safe procedure. Then a lot will suffer. A lot will be the victims. You get the point? Things like that. Okay, so we should be instead of too much with machinery, we should also be like a human machinery. Human machinery, meaning you always buy human being, not always artificial. That's what I mean. Not always artificially produced like that. You should be authentic and genuine. You get the point? So what do you mean by you should be authentic and be genuine? This means if we have certain limits, we don't go beyond to the extent that we need somebody to appreciate us even though we cannot do it anymore. Because you are faking yourself. Things like that. Things that you are not very good, you try to be good even though you are not. So go to the things that you are good, you excel the most, and that's your strength. So it would be better so that it will be comfortable for you to do that in your vlogs. For example, I'm a vlogger and there's also another vlogger who vlogs science also. Now I try to compete with him even though I cannot compete with him. You could tell because he is smarter than you. Accept the fact that he is smarter than you. Go to your own way of delivery as a unique vlogger. Focus on your strengths and weaknesses rather than on other people. Nakakaloka naman yung ganon. So, sige na lang ka-compete. We are already graduates, we are already working, and we still have competition by others, right? Ay nagunahuna, okay, go to your own pace of learning, okay? PACE, meaning your total pacing. Okay, get the point? Ganun siya. Dili pace nga PIECE ha? Pace nga PACE, Jude, akong giingunin niyo. Charet! Okay. Nakakaloka ay. Uy, di lagi na siya hanap, lagi na siya mga falagingging, no? Okay. Hello, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YT channel. This is a YouTube content creator and your social media influencer. And at the same time, your virtual singer in social media. Okay, things like that. Oh, okay, makita na ba niyo guys? Yes. So, how about the other one? Okay. Guys, I kept on talking but I forgot to eat my breakfast. Only now. Right? Okay. So, now, mga palagingging. Okay. Bali now, kilos is so expensive here in the kingdom of SA. Mmm. Mmm. I love it. Right? Hello guys. Let's do the chemical reaction with acid plus propyl alcohol. But before that, we need to eat wet bread. Low digestible carbohydrates. Low carbs. Okay. Not really that total low carbs, but at least. Okay. There's also fat in that, I know. But at least. Okay. Nakakaloka, no? Okay. So let's try to compare the raw materials of making low-fat bread and also full-fat bread. Or should we say the milk bread? Dabli mga milk bread, guys. Yes, nasa shop. In fairness, nakakaloka. Okay, the oil. Hello guys, no? Okay. The moment we'll see our chemical reaction, giving out ko ni albumin, guys. Albumin protein. Charek! What's the purpose of albumin protein? Okay. Let's talk about a little bit of medical science. Nakakaloka yung medical science, no? Charek. Okay. Alam mo, pag sa tagis ko welding rod, hindi ko na makaon ang welding rod. Right? Mas tagis ko ito mga metallic materials like that. Sus, ginoo ko. Okay. So things like that. Kasi tagis ko ito mga katsara, whatever. Ay, nakakaloka. No challenge. Okay. Now we have here butyric acid plus propyl alcohol. Okay, now, what is the general formula and chemical formula and molecular formula of butyric acid? So, from the word but, this is talking about butane. So, if you look back the hydrocarbon chemistry, you have a knowledge that there are 4 atoms of carbon in the hierarchy of those hydrocarbon chemistry topics, right? Things like that. So it's going to be C4 of something. Then, there's an acid. You need to blend that with a carboxylic acid. C, double bond oxygen, single bond H, or COOH. So even though you don't know the chemical formula, you don't memorize, but you know the general formula and the concept, now you can fabricate the real formula of this butyric acid in case you don't know. And that's the benefit of trying to learn in a maximum level. You get the point? Things like that. So this gonna be, since I memorized this also, apart having this knowledge, so this is C4H8O2. You get the point. C4H8O2 is an organic acid. Now, can we use this in our chemical reaction in organic chemistry? Let's try. Okay, plus propyl alcohol, or this is called propanol. Okay, so prop meaning 3 atoms of carbon again, going back with the hydrocarbon chemistry. Okay, this is C3. Since alcohol, so there's an OH in the end because alcohol. It's very obvious. Now, propane, so there's 8 hydrogens. Now, it will become 7 because of the presence of OH. It will become C3H7OH. The one hydrogen here will be deprotonated. Okay? And replaced by OH. For the reason that, the OH will react to the H, neutralization reaction also. So, this now will not become 8, it's 7 because the presence of OH. Okay. displacing one H atom, okay, from propane. That's why C3H7OH. So you get the point. So here it follows the general formula of ROH. OH here and R is C3H7. As I told you, R is always alkyl attachment. When we mean of alkyl, driven by alkane. And this is gonna be, as I told you, propane. So alkyl. Formula. Alkyl is equals to alkane minus 1. Okay. The alkane name is propane. Propane is the formula of C3H8. Then minus 1. Minus 1 here is the atom of hydrogen, is not the atom. So that's why 8 minus 1, that's why C3H7, this is your alkyl. And you attach the alkyl here, which is C3H7. So perfect. So that will be your alcohol. Okay. You get the point? Okay, now, add with the butyric acid, what will be your product? In here, it's very difficult to add in this manner, in which you don't know where's H in there. Because once this have CHO, this is the general formula of all, whether carbohydrates, acids, sometimes alcohol. For example, I will say, okay, let's say hybrid alcohol and hybrid sugar. I will say erythritol. Okay, wow. Erythritol. Erythritol is a sugar alcohol that has 4 atoms of carbon. So this is a hybrid sugar and alcohol because of the word OL. And here also is the erythrose. Erythrose is a sugar plus an alcohol, which is representative. That's why erythritol, like that. So you need to be familiar with the formula of erythrose. Okay, then you add the alcohol, and then we can get the erythritol formula. For the purpose of discussion, that's why it's very difficult, right? See, erythritol. Oh, ganun. So, sa may formula ni mo ni ini, charot. Okay, C4H10O4. As I told you, erythrose have 4 atoms. Now, it will become erythritol, it will become 10 due to the structuring in that after coming from it. Erythrose is C4H8O4. Okay. Just like saying also, okay, maltitol, lactitol, sugar and the alcohol. Okay? So lactitol, carbon 12, H24O11. So added only ato. So if that is an hybrid alcohol and sugar, you have to put in your brain cells that you have to add number of atoms in your hydrogen only. But the rest will follow. You get a point. For example, see, erythrose, C4H8O. For the moment it will become erythritol, only the atoms in the middle or in the hydrogen will change, plus 2. So C4H10O. For the same thing also with maltitol, galactitol, mannitol, like that. Why emphasize this? Because hybrid alcohol and sugar is very precious nowadays in different manufacturers all over the world who produces beverages, sweetened beverages. They will use this artificial artificial sweeteners, food additives, in order there will be no spike in the blood pressure, things like that, so that there will be no gain of the weight. They replaces the sucrose in their formulation, okay, in the raw materials. So that's the thing. They always discuss this because of that issue. Okay, there's no gain of the weight, and there's no spike of the blood pressure. Instead of using the white sugar, they use this hybrid alcohol and sugar, or the artificial sweeteners. And there's a lot: sorbitol, xylitol, mannitol, galactitol, like that. Okay, glycerol, whatever. You get the point? So you need to be familiar also with their chemical formula. So this time intended to chemical engineering students and to the BS chemistry students, not to the other, because the other professionals will not focus on this, sure. Okay, got the point. Okay, for the students who are listening to me right now, live audience, chemical engineering students and BS chemistry students, so you should remember also how it is being done in of a hybrid molecule, alcohol, plus the sugar content. We got a point, things like that. Okay, going back here. So it's difficult, right? But somewhere along the way, see, C4H10O4. Can we identify the alcohol there? It's not, because there's no OH here. Just simply CHO. That's why the same manner here. C4H8O2. We cannot say where's the acid thing, where's the alcohol thing. So because that's too general. Okay, the moment you have CHO, CHON, CHONS, CHONP. This four mnemonic is very useful in science professionals, especially chemistry, biochemistry, biology, or professionals that deals with substances, the medical science, and everything. Okay, because chon, chons, chomp. Chomp, example, DNA and RNA. Okay, chomp. Ours also will be the chons. Okay, get the point. Most of the protein also chons contain sulfur. Okay, get the point. Just like the creatinine, things like that have sulfur. You get the point. So others also are chon only. The ordinary and regular only CHO. Okay, that's the point. Now here, see, CHO. You may interpret that as a carbohydrates because there's no egg, there's no nitrogen, there's no sulfur, there's no phosphorus. Nakakaloka. So, then acid pala siya. So, you need to structure that to understand that it's really a carboxylic acid because of the word acid. Because you cannot do the balancing of organic chemical reactions if you will not further simplify this. You get the point? Things like that. Can we do that? Structuring, right? First, we need to do the structural formula. Secondly, we need to do the full structural formula and also the condensed structural formula. Di lang ta mag-skeletal. Okay, you get the point? So, daghan na kayo i-discuss no kung mag-skeletal pa. Okay, you got the point? Things like that. Okay. So, we have here structural formula. Take note the carbon, the backbone atom or the parent atom is the carbon. So it should be in the backbone. So carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 atoms. Subscript would mean how many times carbon repeated. Again. Subscript would mean how many carbon atoms repeated or other elements repeated. Okay, because an element is composed of one single atom, in which it contains the same number of electrons and the same number of protons. That's why chemical reactions are more on electrons and more on protons, but known to their electrons always. Electron sharing, okay, electron transfer. Okay, the protonation sometimes be used, okay, but electrons sharing, electrons, talaga siya, no, ang dapat kasagaran. Electron transfer and electron sharing. Electron sharing, covalent chemical bonding. Electron transfer, redox. Protonation is just a simple double displacement. Okay, like that, double replacement or single replacement like that. The ordinary chemical reaction. Okay, things like that. Katong i-discuss sa atong general chemistry na we have 5 types. Okay, what are those? Synthesis or combination, decomposition, combustion, the complete or incomplete combustion, the photosynthesis. Okay, special ng photosynthesis. Okay, like that. And we have the double displacement and double replacement, single replacement and single displacement. Like that. Only 6 types or 7 types if you want, if you exclude photosynthesis, because photosynthesis is so special. So if you try to have an analogous discussion, photosynthesis is the reverse of combustion, but not in the manner of hydrocarbon style. Only analogy. You get the point? Things like that. Like analogy of hydrolysis and esterification. Things like that. You get the point? Okay, neutralization reaction, like that. Okay. Neutralization reaction is the reverse or the reciprocal of hydrolysis. Ganun ba? Yes, okay. And we have also the process of saponification, ha? Okay, that's having sequencing. Okay, I will teach you about saponification also. Okay, got the point. So, C, 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 C. Ganon. Then, carboxylic, no? 8 hydrogen. So, first the hydrogen. Okay, tadadat, tadadat, tadadat. Bigaon kasi hydrogen, no? Tadadat, 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 tadadat. And try to have the carboxylic acid because it's an acid. So, it's in here in the outlet in the last corner. Okay, C, double bond, oxygen, and OH. Okay, you have still another one bond here. And there's H here. So, butyric acid doesn't contain in your carbonyl bonding a double bond. Do not consider this double bond of COH because this is in the functional group of acid. Organic acid, that's not part of calculation of the saying the double bond of entire compound of this butyric. So your structural formula is this. Then plus C3H7OH. What I told you, what is the nucleophile here? In butyric acid, what is the nucleophile region? So that we have a nucleophilic attack. That's what we call in organic chemistry, if you can still remember that. I could still remember Ma'am Rapper saying, nucleophilic attack. Things like that. Okay? So it's here the nucleophilic attack of other compounds here in the OH. Now, it will remove the H. So meaning, deprotonated because H is positive, proton. So it will be going out. So the process is 1, deprotonation. Okay, second, since you are displacing the hydrogen to something or anybody as you wish, so this is also dehydrogenation because you remove the hydrogen. So dehydrogenation. Okay, now, displace this C3H7, the alkyl group, in the H. And then the H will go there in the OH. Why? Because H is electropositive. It will react to the electronegative. And the H loses his electrons because he wants to share to the most hungry hydroxide. Gigutom si hydroxide, very hungry because he is electronegative. So meaning to say, in the periodic table, the electronegative elements are very hungry most of the times. And the electropositive are always busog. That's why the electropositive elements will donate their electrons or loses their electrons to the electronegative elements. Okay. That's why they loses, that's why they undergo the process of oxidation. Like that. You get the point. And the one who received undergoes reduction. Things like nakakaloka na, the reverse. Okay, things like that. Nakakaloka kasi oxidation. HOH na siya, O. So meaning H2O. Okay, so we have here hydration. Another process. You produce a hydrate means water in the product. Okay, ganon. So your product now is obviously have water. Because of this OH plus H, ikawat niya, and change dito si alkyl. So si alkyl mapuno dari ari. So it's very, it's time consuming to write always. Let's have the condense. Okay, let's see. CH3 in this part. Second part, CH2. We're using condensed structural formula. This is the full structural formula. CH2. Okay, now this is CO. Here, O. Okay, then replace that with C3H7. C3H7 plus water. Okay, now take the commonality, meaning the common compound. CH2 we have 2, right? So in math, what we'll do in that way. So CH2, open and close parenthesis, 2. Because CH2 and CH2, okay. CH3, close and open parenthesis, CH2, 2. Okay, then COOC3H7 plus water. And this is now your product. So, take note your products. Name your product. Of course, obviously, water, hydration. Okay, now, what's this? This is now what we called as, okay, ethyl butyrate. Ethyl butyrate. We don't force the O here because of the terminology. It's not bagay. It's butyrate. It's not. It's a butyrate meaning B-U-T-Y-R-E-A-T-E. Butyrate. Okay, so ethyl butyrate is an example of an ester. Therefore, our process number 4 is esterification. Esterification. Okay, meaning it produces an ester. Okay, things like that. So, your salt version of from organic acid is your ester. Okay, now this is now balance or not. You need to balance pa. Okay, sorry guys for the previous I did not balance guys, no, because I'm focusing only for the correct formula in the product. But you can balance that very easy also. Okay, got the point. Things like that. Okay, now we have this the product already, no? Count the carbon. Carbon 4, 7 carbon. Here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Yes. 7 carbon balance. Okay. Oxygen. 3. Oh no, 5. Oh, 1, 4, 5, 6. A lot. No, here. Oh, 3, 4. So let's rewrite this again, no? Because the whiteboard is very small. I will not be satisfied in this discussion because of my limited space of my whiteboard. I need a very wide, spacious whiteboard in my discussion. It's not fitted to my mouth. My mouth is kept on talking, then I have a limited visual aid. Okay, got the point? So it's not matching. Okay? I have a limited space in my discussion. My mouth talks a lot. So many things. Okay? So let's use this one again. Ay, nakakaloka. Sorry, cute kaya akong whiteboard, no? I need to expand this until there. And the moment I will go to another corner, I will go to another corner. Discuss a lot, right? Okay, nakakaloka. Diba, guys? Uy. Malingaw, di ko ano ako gibuhat, guys. Okay? So, ato na siya i-present o klaro, no? Okay. So, na itong product. Focus sa itong product. Okay, ato i-erase yung uban so that we can save space. Okay, ato gagmayon guys. You can really see the letters or the font if you will make it smaller. Shout out to my avid viewer Francesco B. Rivera Jr. and Sister Sis Montoya Helena. Sister. Teacher Helen. Ma'am Helen. Okay, now we go now to rearrange this reaction. You have butyric acid. Okay, butyric acid C4H8O2 plus this one. The propyl alcohol C3H7OH is equal to the ethyl butyrate. Okay, we have C3H7, use the condensed structural formula for this, right? So CH3, CH2, it looks like complicated, right? Okay, then COO, okay, plus water. So in this chemical reaction alone, it involves 4 chemical processes again. Deprotonation, dehydrogenation, hydration, and esterification. Okay, things like that. Now, balance the chemical reaction. Charot. Hindi na ito paborito, ang balance chemical reaction. Okay. We will need to balance this according to visual inspection alone. We'll never use the algebraic expression of balancing the equation here because it looks like not complicated. Okay, to see, wow, to inspect or to check. Okay, carbon. Balance ang carbon. Let's go to hydrogen, mga palaging. Okay, hydrogen. 7 plus 1. So 8 plus 8, 16. In the right, we have 7 plus 3, 10. Okay, 2 times 2, 4 plus 10, 14. Plus 2, 16 balance. Oxygen,